Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Early Morning Reddit. I'm your host. It is currently 4:11 a.m. I hope that you all have your coffee, energy drink, tea, whatever it is that you use to start off your day. I have drank maybe like 6. Like how there's like the number 12 on the coffee pot. I've got it down to 4.5. Okay. So today we're going to be reading some posts from r/AmIOverreacting. This one was posted 6 hours ago. Sorry. This person saying, "Am I overreacting? Asking for help." And it starts off with a text message. "Can you make some potatoes or some sort of side to serve with the turkey that's in the fridge? Please and thank you. I'm in the checkout now." It is read at 6:01 p.m. This person says, "This is my first time posting in a Am I Overreacting? Hopefully I do this okay. I'm just losing my mind and I'm at wit's end. I've been running around to multiple stores all weekend trying to get the items needed for my kid's new sport that starts this week. My husband does not help. He sits at home, drinks beer, doesn't do anything. This is all just today's things. There is a pile of recycling in the middle of the kitchen floor that needed to be flattened for the bin, laundry for swimming lessons to be washed, the cat needed to be fed, general tidying to be done. I worked all day. I work full time, and he works as well. I texted my husband at the above time when I was out in the store grabbing last minute sports equipment. I asked if he would just put something on for a side for supper to go with the meat I cooked yesterday. I was a half-hour drive from home. I got home, and absolutely nothing had been done. All the stuff in the same place, no side started. Kiddo needs to be in bed by 7:30. We then get in a big fight because I told him I asked for help. I didn't expect him to not do it at all. I wouldn't have asked if I had known he wouldn't do it. He got mad at me saying he doesn't jump at my beck and call. We argued because I pointed out how useless of a partner he is when I feel like I carry the entire household on my shoulders. I have asked for help from him for years. He told me, we may be married, but we're not partners. That's rough. Am I overreacting for wanting to divorce this man over this text and conversations that followed? This guy's an asshole. Hell no. Divorce that man. Divorce that man. Hell no. We may be married, but we're not partners. Imagine. Imagine. He basically just said he doesn't want to be with you. Oh my god, that's awful. Uh, I'm mentioning top comments like there's much of many comments. This one says, "We may be married, but we're not partners," is a wild sentence. Ditch the dead weight. Not overreacting. I was wondering what nor meant. I'm very new to Reddit. I just listened to it on podcast though. Person replies saying, "I agree, that would be the end all line." God. That's awful. That is, really. But just about everybody is like, yeah, divorce them. Everybody is saying this. One person says, "Do not stay together for the kids. That shit is a trap. They can tell that you hate each other, and it'll teach them that is what love is." That is very, very difficult. I would. Yeah, no. That'd be a divorce for me. Absolutely not. That's awful. I'm very sorry for that person to go through with that. Okay, we got another one from 19 days ago. It says, "Am I overreacting for wanting to quit after this?" It says work/career. few text messages, it's screenshots. Hi, can I switch either blank or blank 412 for my 411 if one of them says yes? My mother and brothers are visiting that Friday and Saturday. I'm sorry, I'm not able to honor that this time. Can I use my PTO and use it as a sick day then? I can't miss this. They had specific plans with me and paid for my ticket. I tried to request as far in advance as I knew about it. Blank, not every request is approved. I understand. Okay. Well, that is that is not a situation that I'm unfamiliar with. Right now at my job, we have like a whole bunch of no call in days, like days that you can be sick as a dog and put in vacation to get paid for that day, and it's not going to get approved because it's a no call in day. So basically, we all get punished. Even if we have vacationed, you will get treated as if you didn't call in at all. It's awful. Okay, there's an update. It says update at the top, but I'm assuming I read this section at the bottom first. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. So, my current manager almost always gives me a hard time with requests saying I can't guarantee anything and only saying yes the very last minute. With this specific situation, I had requested almost 4 weeks in advance to just have one of my days off be this week. I would still be working my 5 days in a work week, but since I work at a hair salon, we're open 7 days a week, so it would literally not change my hours whatsoever. Unfortunately, she did not give me that day off. My manager put herself working for that entire weekend, me and one person on the Saturday I requested, then my other three coworkers that Sunday since Sundays are typically busier. She had told me a while ago that she feels as though it is going behind her back to make plans without her permission. What? If I ask a coworker if they're okay with switching before I ask her, well, even if they were okay with it, I get turned down. Not sure why, since both shifts would be covered. So I end up asking my coworker out of curiosity if they would have taken my shift, and they said yes. But since she already told me no, I quite literally can't. And I'm not sure if her response means that I will get in trouble for calling off using my PTO as a sick day or not. I'm really irritated. How am I supposed to plan my life out if requests aren't guaranteed and I'm not allowed to switch shifts with people? Literally makes no sense. I really want to call off, but I don't want to get in trouble, even though I never call off. In the 2.5 years of working there, I've called off 4 times, all for legitimate reasons too, sick or car issues. Am I overreacting about this situation? Is it legitimate that she is telling me no to both things? This and other instances of her being weird about certain social situations makes me want to quit. It's just hard because I love everything else about this job. I'm going to go ahead and tell you, she does not like you if she's not even willing to let you switch shifts with somebody. Because at that point, she really has no reason to deny. I mean, your shift is covered. Who cares? The literal only reason to not do that is they don't want to pay this other person overtime, maybe, or I don't even know. They just don't want you to live your life, I guess. But yeah, at my job we can't swap with people, but we used to at my old job. When I was working at Kohl's, you could swap shifts with people. That's how I got my most amount of hours in 1 week, which at the time I think was like 26 hours or something. But yeah, I've got no idea. I don't think this person's overreacting. I would want to quit too. If you've got the means for it, go ahead. If you've got a good resume, go ahead. Go ahead and line up another job and then quit. Uh, you do not want to be that kind of person that quits and then you're like, okay, I need to get another job. And then you don't get a job for a while until all your savings are gone. Update. Wow, I was not expecting this many interactions. Thank you all for the advice. I have a salon lined up to visit Thursday. My coworker that wants to switch with me is going to ask her at some point if she can switch with someone who works that Saturday, because I feel as though if she mentions me specifically, she will shut her down and think that we're going behind her back. Also, previous to this request, I did have 312 to 316 off for my birthday, then 318 and 319 for my birthday. I accrued PTO and used them for those days, and our requests are no more than two in a 30-day period. Really? Which was always spelled out to me as no more than two in a month. So maybe that's it. Uh, this place sucks. So maybe that's it, but also she allowed a shift switch 311, so she can't be going by that logic. Along with that, I switched shifts with her to help her out at the end of February. Plus, a shift switch wouldn't be considered a request, right? Still working, just different day than scheduled. I don't know. I don't want to be here much longer, and I plan on calling off if she decides to not let my coworker and I switch. She brought it to this point. That sucks. Uh, Top comment: start interviewing elsewhere. This alone cannot be so special that you cannot find a similar or better opportunity elsewhere. I agree with that. Uh, yeah, that place kind of sounds like it sucks. Uh, Reply to that. And your clients will follow you. Reply to that. Just have to be careful if they have a non compete signed with the salon. I don't even know what that is. Okay. Well, I hope that person's doing good for themselves. I hope that they got a better job, and I hope that they enjoyed their birthday. Because I do not know what they had planned for their birthday, but would definitely be really cool. If it's worth quitting your job for. And they mentioned tickets. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, let's see. This one's about a relationship. Says, am I overreacting for wanting to cancel my wedding over this interaction? This seems like a short post, but it's mainly screenshots of texts. Uh, let's see. I hope you have a good day today. I love my wife. It makes me so sad when you leave without saying goodbye. Oh, okay. It immediately jumps to, it's always something. Reply, this is a known fact though. I don't know. Okay, I'm about to do some voices so I don't have to keep saying reply. This is a known fact though. Why is it difficult for you to say, I'm sorry, babe? Fuck all the way off. So entitled. I was teasing before, but damn, just stop acting like this all the time. You know you're 30, right? The it's always something was not a tease. That was real. You know you're almost 30 and you can learn how to communicate with your partner, right? Have you ever stopped to consider how exhausting it is to deal with someone who stomps their feet and demands an apology for not getting their goodbye kissy in the morning? This dude does not love his wife. Absolutely not. Fuck this dude. I desperately yearn to date an adult woman. Oh my god. I already don't like this guy. This guy sucks. how you ever stop to how you ever stop to consider how exhausting it is to ask for the bare minimum and not even get that? I desperately yearn today to consider it, man. You got I love my wife and turned it into an argument. I'm not the problem here. After I reached out to you. You know how important those little moments of connection are for me. Moving those goalposts. Oh my god, this guy sucks. Sounds like my sister. No, I'm not. You're just mad that you can't score. I, I have told you how important it is to me dozens of times. Yeah, that's my point. At age 30, you should not be crashing out because you didn't get a good morning kiss. At 6 years in, you should know that it's important to me. You should know how important it is to me to have a partner that doesn't start fights over this kind of stuff, but I have never got that consideration even once. I give you what you want because you throw a fit. I've gotten much better at getting other things, but I shouldn't have to blow past absolutely everything. This is a small thing that doesn't take much time or energy from you, but means the world to me. I do not understand why it's difficult. But if I'm asking too much, then great, I'll lower the bar for you. I had a hard morning, and I needed to leave to catch the bus. You don't care about that at all, though. It's all about you getting what you want, even if it's the most insignificant and childish hill to die on. I'm sorry you had a hard morning. Of course I care about that. Then why didn't you ask? You just went straight to, why is it difficult for you to say I'm sorry, babe? You don't care at all. This guy sucks. Fuck off. Don't text me again. Hey, blank, I love you immensely. Remember when I was complaining about how I'm sick of being nagged and pestered at the time? This is exactly what I'm talking about. Spend the next 8 hours of silence thinking about your good morning kiss and ask yourself if this fight was worth it. Break up. Break up with this guy. This guy fucking sucks. I don't like him. My god, a good morning kiss? Are you kidding me? He had a hard morning. I don't give a shit. You give your partner a good morning kiss. Why? Because you may not see them again. There's always the chance. We are all mortal, okay? Car accidents happen all the time. Muggings happen. Anything can happen. You know how there are some crazy deaths in this world that make almost no sense? So yeah, give your partner a kiss. Why? Because if she dies, I hope you regret it. I hope you regret not giving her that good morning kiss. And if he does, oh, she's going to feel really shitty because she did not get that last kiss from you. She shouldn't have to pester you about a good morning kiss because you had a hard morning. My God. Oh, this guy sucks. For reference, my fiance and I have been together for 6 years. I am a feelings based person who has tried really hard to meet him where he's at. He is a strictly logical person who puts little value on feelings. I texted him after I heard the apartment door close this morning. I'm really tired of asking for the bare minimum and being berated when I try to stand up for myself. We're supposed to be getting married in September, and it's moments like this where I wonder if the good outweighs the bad. Am I overreacting? Edit, I turned off commenting for a reason. Please stop DMing me. You're not going to tell me anything different than one of the other 8,000 comments on this post. Top comment, do you two even like each other? Question mark. This is from 3 days ago. Uh, this guy commented, if my wife ever told me to fuck off and to spend the next 8 hours in silence thinking about what I did, she wouldn't be my wife anymore. Just as I would hope she would do the same if I treated her like garbage like that. It is wild to me the amount of shit people put up with from their partners. OP and her fiance need to be in pre-marriage counseling at a bare minimum. They obviously don't know how to communicate with each other, and I can't imagine how miserable that's going to make things when they have all their assets combined and need to talk to each other like adults to address important life issues. This guy did not get married. This is this is a bad situation. I do not think they need to get married. They should not get married. And this post is only from 3 days ago. And it looks like it was like 8 a.m. whenever she said that. I've really got no idea what is up with that whole situation. If I said that to my wife, she knows where my guns are. She could just as easily shoot me. But yeah, that is really messed up. Okay, I'm gonna do one more post from Oh god, I've got two. Okay. Okay, never mind. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna do this last one. It says, am I overreacting for dropping him after he told me I need to make more friends? This sounds like a doozy already. But, okay, we are starting off with a few text messages again. Have you decided whether you want to be alone this weekend? You don't have any plans this weekend. Can I tell you something? Like, not on the phone? Okay. I had an ex girlfriend over a year ago. You're back together? One time she left her phone unlocked and her text messages open. No. You learn more by listening than interrupting. So she left her text messages open. Why is this guy texting in like multiple messages? I can't stand that. If you've got something to say, type it all up in one. And so she left her text messages open, and I was the only person that she had talked to that entire day. Okay, I'll make other plans. Haha, what I'm saying is that sort of behavior is extremely unhealthy. Making a guy the center of your world, even if you didn't go out of your way to self sabotage, which you do, you need to have other things to do. Okay, I did not want this to turn into a life lesson, I just wanted to hang out. Yes, well, it is a life lesson. Maybe this is a bad idea. Maybe it is. Okay, well, goodbye, I guess. Uh huh. Mm hmm. What the hell is this guy problem? I've been in this relationship with this guy, and one of this biggest critiques of me has been my small social circle. A lot of my friends have moved. I do have some activities and I have a great job, but usually I don't have weekend plans. I have amazing friends and people I talk to daily, but I don't have plans every single weekend. Especially since my friends moved, I had a lot of friends in college when I was going out every weekend, but I don't want to do that. Back when I had a nice boyfriend, we planned stuff every weekend and it never felt unhealthy. I also have brunch with my family every Sunday, but I guess that's not cool. Uh, Top comment. I'd love to know how much time passed between and Seems like he wanted to make you feel bad enough about yourself to never request to hang out with him, but still be there for when he wants to hang out. I imagine he's in a bit of a shock and denial that he actually walked away, and I love that for you. Not overreacting at all. Stay silent, never speak to him again. He will keep trying to reach out. Teach him a lesson. Teach him a lesson. Reply to that. Exactly. If she had lots of plans and never prioritized him, wasn't able to hang out at precisely the frequency that suited him, then he'd also be complaining. Lots of men expect women to sort of orbit around them, their career, their life plans when things get serious. If they're boyfriend, girlfriend, and he doesn't want to get together every weekend, he's probably got an avoidant attachment style. That's one reason he finds it stressful that her social circle is small. But no, he chooses women with smaller social circles, so he likes people who have lots of availability for him. Yeah, uh, that guy, that guy is not good. He seems to suck. I wouldn't waste my time with somebody that would talk to me like that. I've got a small social circle, and to me, that's probably the best way it should be. I know that some people can branch out to all over the place and have all these friends and everything, but that's just not how I am. I'd rather just keep it small and have that attachment and my closeness to those people stronger. Whereas, like, if you're giving 10% of yourself away to 10 people, then that's what's going to happen. Whereas if you've got 4 people, you're giving away 25%. You know what I mean? But yeah, that is r/slash am I overreacting. I hope that you all have a wonderful day. Hope that you enjoy listening to my opinions and my advice and this and that and the other. But hope you all have a wonderful day. I can't wait to see you in the next episode. Bye bye.